Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing wonderful. I'm doing awesome, still sober. And I just wanted to jump on here and just let everybody know that I'm doing wonderful, and that you're loved. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not. You're loved, you're beautiful, you're worth it. That feeling is just so amazing. Going through everything that I have gone through to get to where I'm at has been an amazing blessing in my life. I'm going to start being a little bit more consistent with my videos because I need to. Because if I'm trying to help somebody, I want to help somebody. And if people see that I'm not consistent, then, why would I call on her if she's not consistent? So I'm going to start being more consistent with my YouTube videos because I want to help people. I want people to know that I'm here. I'll do anything I can to help somebody. If, somebody's struggling and you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, I'm here. I'm here and I'm more than willing to talk to whoever needs me. If you feel you need to go into a rehab or, anything to that sort, you can always private message me. I can get you the resources ASAP. That would not be an issue. The other thing is, I reflected back today. I finally finished my 12 steps. Yay! Now I'm going to be doing the 12 traditions, which if you don't have that book, it is right here. It's called the 12 and 12. You can go online and you can get this online. This book is amazing. I also have the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. Read this book. It is amazing. I have learned so much from that book. I've also learned so much just by doing, I had a meeting with my sponsor today. We had a video meeting, because of all the craziness going on. It's really hard to get out and, be able to make it to those in-person meetings because it just scares you. I know my home group, they're doing, in-person meetings and it's really awesome. They're doing the social distancing thing, we're doing the mask thing. So it's pretty awesome. There's some people that, feel like if they go to a meeting, and they listen to someone else's story, oh, that's not me. That's not me. That's not me. Well, may not be you, but somewhere in there is you, or you wouldn't be at those meetings. I get so much from my meetings. I bring home so much from my meetings. I learn. And that's the other thing. You have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to, to want to take those steps to getting sober or, clean. My daughter just had I just had another grandbaby. So awesome. My other grandkids, experienced that drinking side of me, my 3 older grandsons. And I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that by any means. It breaks my heart that, my grandkids, they may not understand it, but in my heart, I know that they knew that Gigi was sick. Gigi was sick. That's what my grandbabies call me. They call me Gigi. I was sick. That's what they knew. That's what we told them. Gigi has to go away for a little bit because she's sick. And And that's the other reason why I do these YouTube videos, not just for myself. I'm not trying to make money, although if I did, it whatever. But I know I'm not going to, so that's fine. That's not what my main objective is. My main objective is to share my experience, strength, and hope. And hope it reaches to somebody that needs to hear that you're loved, you're beautiful, you're worth it. You got this. You know, you can do this. You have to put your mind, you have to put your heart into it. I gave my heart and my soul to my sobriety. My sobriety is one of my number one things. And I use, my sobriety is used in my everyday, I use it every day. You know, I catch myself saying, oh, that step, you know, whatever, or, okay, we talked about this in a meeting, or I remember that, and this is what I was supposed to be working on. So let me go ahead and start working on that again, because you don't want to, you know, this isn't a thing where you can jump around and just do whatever steps you feel like doing, or, you know, whatever. That's not the way this program works. This program works one step at a time, one day at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 second at a time. If you want it, get it. Because I love sobriety. I really do. I get to spend time with my grandsons. You see my dog in the background. He's chilling. Walking around, I should say. You know, my older grandbabies get to see the sober Gigi. You know, my youngest grandson, it's just such an amazing feeling for me to be able to see him grow up not being stone cold drunk. I have my family back, and that's all I've ever wanted. You know, tough love is sometimes people need tough love. I needed tough love, and I got my tough love. And here I am, 3 years sober. Like, you know, that's amazing. Like, wow. You know, and it's all because my kids needed their mother back. My children needed their mother back. My grandbabies needed their Gigi back. And I'm back. And I'm not going anywhere. Even though I'm done with my 12 steps, yay, now we're working on 12 traditions. I'm so excited. I use, you know, I have to sometimes sit down and reflect back on my steps. And I always wrote on my steps. I have a book and I write on my steps. I have, you know, literature, you know, coping skills. I have all that stuff. I have all my tools, you know, and I just want to do something here. I don't know. I mean, some of you may like some of you may not like it. I got an inventory here. And this is, it says fear inventory prompt sheet. Here's a list of fears that may be helpful in your fear inventory. Feel free to add to the list if you need to. Now, I have definitely gone over these fears. And I have definitely had a lot of these fears. Fear of God. I was like, well, hell, he ain't going to help me. You know? Fear of dying. Everybody probably has a fear of dying. Fear of insanity. Well, it could happen. You know? Fear of insecurity. Fear of rejection. That was one of my biggest fears. One of my biggest fears. Fear of loneliness. Remember what I said about being lonely. If you live alone, you know, get a friend. You know, hook up with, not hook up, but hook up with somebody that maybe is in recovery as well. That also helps too, because that can maybe conquer your fear of loneliness. Fear of alcohol. Hell, I still got that fear. And that fear is probably never going to go away. It's not on my mind per se, but I do have a fear of it. A fear of drugs, that wasn't my DOC, but for those of you who are, need help with that, a fear of relapse, that's also, oh my goodness, who is not scared of relapse? Like Jesus Christmas. I am definitely, there's always that little thing in the back of my mind about, the fear of relapsing. Fear of self-expression, fear of authority, fear of heights, fear of unemployment, fear of employment. Fear of losing a wife or fear of losing a husband. All this fear of animals, fear of insects, fear of police, fear of jail. Now, yeah, I can tell you I got fear of jail. I've never been to jail, and I don't plan on going anytime soon. So, my other thing was, okay, this right here says it all. Fear of being found out. Fear of just people knowing that I'm an alcoholic, but I'm a grateful, recovering alcoholic. And that's the way I'm going to continue to stay. But that was one of my things that, I was afraid of the rejection. I was afraid of judgment. There was just so many, like, this list can go on and on and on and on. It doesn't just stop here. This list of fears is like, and if you sit here and you look at these fears, you're like, okay, I may not see that one in me, but okay, that one definitely. It doesn't hurt to sit down and write what you're afraid of, write your fears, write how you could possibly overcome your fears. I also, I write. I am a big writer. My writing's not perfect, but I do write. I do like to do a lot of journaling and stuff like that from time to time. And these were my fears. I'm not afraid to share my fears. My fear, of course, yes, the number one was my fear of relapse. And driving a distance by myself. I have fear of change. My one fear was losing my family. Not being able to succeed in life. People not accepting my new life. Not being able to, one of my big things was not being able to say goodbye to certain people in my life. And I really had to let a friendship go that was a childhood friendship. I wasn't good enough for this person anymore. Now that I had stopped drinking, I got sober. I wanted the sober life, but this person didn't. And it took my children telling me, Mom, it's toxic. It's toxic. You got to stop. That friendship is very toxic. And I don't want that toxic in my life. I don't need that toxic in my life. I need the positivity, not the negative. I need positivity. Everybody needs positivity. You know, positive is always good. And for those of you who may want to get sober and have you know, sobriety is my superpower. But now, you know, on a more serious note, A Women's Way Through the 12 Steps workbook. This is an amazing workbook. You can get it on Amazon. Check it out. It really, as you can tell, I am a writer. As you can see, I write, you know, I wrote on, you know, everything that I could possibly think of. You know, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become manageable. You know, I wrote on that. You know, and I could share this with you. I just, you know, going to rehab and everything really was the big start of my sobriety. The big start. I would, would I do it all over if I had to? Yeah, if I had to, I would. Am I going to do it all over again? Absolutely not. Because that's not where I want to be. This is where I want to be in my life. I now know that I love myself. I didn't love myself for a long, long time. But I do now. I love what I've become. I love that I want to help. I want to help other people get what I have, which is sobriety. I want that. And I want anybody that needs it and wants it, please private message me. If you got a fear of that, try to overcome your fear. Private message me. You don't have to tell me your whole life story. If you just need to talk to somebody, I'm here. And I want to help. One of my goals is to actually, once this pandemic and everything calms down a little bit, one of my goals is to hopefully go to a prison and share my experience, strength, and hope with the females and or males. It doesn't matter. More or less females, because, you know, females are for females and males are for males in AA. You don't never mix it. You don't do a male and female sponsee thing. That's not, you don't do that. Women are for the women, men are for the men. But I share my story with anybody. I'm not afraid to share my story. But one of my goals is, when this pandemic cleans up a little bit, I am going to look into going to jails and stuff to share you know, my experience, strength, and hope. And I want to go to more rehabs. I've been back to the rehab that I was in. I went back to my rehab at 3 months sober and told my story. 3 months sober. I need to go back. I want to go back now that I'm 3 years. So I'm going to be making some phone calls and trying to make that happen. Because I feel like, you know, I want my platform to be out there more. You know what I'm saying? I want more people to know that I'm here for them. More people to know that sobriety is possible. You just have to want it. You just have to want it. And this video is almost 20 minutes long, so I'm getting ready to jump off here. But I'm going to leave you with, you are loved. You are worth it. You are beautiful. And you can do this. So with that being said, I love every single one of you so much. And I will be back. Mwah. Bye.